Hey everybody, it's Angie Nuttle at the VIP Center for Business Women here in Indianapolis. Good morning. It is Coffee Talk on Friday, and I have a super special guest with me today, Deidre Hancock. Hello.
Hi.
How are you today?
Good. How are you?
Good. I love seeing you in person. We've done a lot of communicating
Yes.
over Zoom.
Yes.
And isn't it just wonderful to just be in each other's presence?
It is. It's always nice to be face to face and not
Right.
just on the phone.
Yeah.
So thank you for having me.
You
I'm
are
excited
welcome.
to be here.
I'm glad you're here. And first of all, I just have to say thank you because you made some decisions. You have already begun to invest in what we're doing here in the VIP community. So I know that you are sponsoring an upcoming event for one of our summer nights networking. So you're going to be there.
Yes.
And then you are also going to be a speaker for our Purple Life Conference in November.
I know. I'm so excited.
Me
Thank
too.
you so much.
I can't wait to hear you. I mean, I know a little bit about your story. We've talked, and I'm excited for everybody else to just, to get to know you. So, who are you?
Well, thank you for having me. And I am Deidre Hancock. I work, I'm the co-founder of Hops Heart of Charity. I am a mom of two beautiful children. I have a wonderful husband, and I just have a love for helping others.
Yeah.
So I have always wanted to help people by being an administrative assistant, being behind the scenes and helping and making sure everything goes smooth for people, and just being the backbone to making something just all entwine and come together. So.
Right. It's funny you say that because doesn't God have a great sense of humor? How, we're thinking, oh, I'm going to be sitting in the background. I'm just going to pushing, I'll be the person behind the curtain. And then he says, oh no, you're coming out in front of the curtain, right?
That is so true. That is so true. Yes.
Oh, so if you think about that, he's bringing you out from behind the curtain. So,
yes.
So how is he doing that for you?
So, I mean, it is funny because I have always said, I don't want to be in the spotlight. I don't want to be the face or anything, which is so funny because the founder is the same way. When we met off of LinkedIn, and I actually wanted to attend with my daughter a Young Women's Summit, and then she reached out and was like, let's meet, have coffee, I want to explain more to you. And I was like, okay, perfect. And so we met and instantly hit it off, and I was like, this is definitely a God thing. I need to be here. She's doing phenomenal things. And so I was like, I want to be involved. How does that look? What can I do? And she's like, absolutely, but first you got to pray on it.
Yeah.
And so I prayed on it, she prayed on it, and then I was like, I'm ready to be involved.
Yeah.
That kind of just, after us talking and getting to know each other more, I knew God put this on my heart in 2019, and over the years he worked through so many obstacles and so many things to lead me to this point of being able to be in a place to help others, and especially young women, and just my background and how I can help them. So I just am so grateful that God just truly came in and played a huge role in what he's doing and will do and continue to do.
You're talking about how God basically, he brought you along this journey, and I imagine you had no idea that you would end up connecting with Tiara Dotson.
Yes.
And you had no idea on your path. And so if you back up a little bit on your journey, where did you come from? What was the place that you came from that actually led you to this mission that you're on now?
So I struggled a lot as a teen girl, as we all do, just with my identity and self-worth, and just knowing who I was.
Yeah.
And so, and that led me down a path of destruction, and just, not following God, or even really truly knowing God or having a relationship with him. I knew him. I grew up in a Christian home. But I struggled with self-worth. And so I just along the way, as I got closer to God and things new, I wanted to be someone and a strong voice to young women. And I knew that, through everything I went through, and that God would bless this somehow. I was never to play victim. It was always part of my story and who I will be. And God has glorified that in so many ways that I'm grateful for where I've been and what I've been through, and I wouldn't change a thing. So it's neat to see how God can take the broken and the bruises and the muddy, crazy mess and turn it into something so beautiful, and just bring the people that you need in your life to change and help you get closer to God. It's neat to see Him work.
I love that. And so I'm thinking about our Purple Life Conference that's going to be happening in November, and you're going to be speaking for that. And the theme of that conference is faith, no experience necessary. And you're like the poster child for that, right? I mean, just based on the story that I know, it's like the Lord brought you from ground zero and brought you. And isn't that how He works? He meets you right where you're at, even if you're at the bottom of the barrel in your life and you feel like you can't go any further. And He'll just lift you right up, and He'll put you up in the spotlight.
Actually, I never thought I'd be like this. I was like, no. And I always say, like, oh, Tiara, oh, nope, you're going to speak. And she's like, no, you are. And it's funny, He put someone in my life that'll battle that and not just give in to that.
Right.
So I'm like, it'd be easy for her to say, okay, I'll just speak. But she's like, no, you need to be. She's very encouraging. It's just neat to have someone that brings that side, like, you're going to do this because you're meant to. It's so neat how God does that.
Yeah. It's almost like you two are the female version of Moses and Aaron, because Moses was like, hey, could you talk for me, because I'm not cool about this,
that is so true. I mean, you hit it on the head. Yes, that is so true. She actually, is a speaker. And I'm like, well, you're the speaker, I'm not. Like, who am I to speak? And she's like, no, God put you there. You're doing it. So it's neat to have someone that believes in me.
Right. And He reassures us, take no thought for what you will say, for in that very hour it'll be given to you, right? And doesn't He do that? Even just now, where it's just, He's bringing about what needs to be spoken. And so that's where we can have our confidence. So I do want to say hello to, hey, Catherine, good to see you. Thank you so much for joining us today. I see that there's some others. I didn't catch you, but we see you, so thank you for joining us today.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit more about this mission with women and girls. What's happening there? What's important about that work?
So Hops Heart of Charity is founded by Tiara Dotson, and then I co-founded. So we are just two women. We both had a vision. We both have been praying, and we both just truly have a heart to help others. And so we had two prayers, two visions. We have one mission, and that's to help young girls. In today's world, young girls truly live in fear of how we dress, fear of how we act, fear of, if we're good enough, or we're just, there's so much fear.
Yeah.
And Tiara and I truly want to break down those walls of fear and just unworthiness and unloved feeling, and bring them to be our next generation of leaders, because truly that's who they are. They're our next generation. And we want them to be strong leaders. We want them to grow and be able to have a voice in the world. We have a lot to offer the world. And it's sad to see how broken the world is and how it treats women. And we just really, truly want to be a safe place for them.
Oh, that's good.
And, so we were off 38th Street, and we have a house. So we have a place where we envision, after school, the girls coming, there's food, they can do homework. We have teachers that are volunteering their time for free to help with homework, things like that. If you're struggling or you just need a safe place, we're it. Like, there's no judgment. Come as you are, who you are. We don't care. We're all the same in the end. And God is just glorifying that, and we're so excited for it.
Oh, that's such open invitation to just come and just be in that safe place, and a place where where you can be nurtured. So how do girls actually get to know, how do they know that you're a resource for them, and how are you reaching out to them?
So we do try to get in events and things, but our website is hops-td.com. We have our website where you can go see all our programs, all our events. Every Sunday we do Who Are You? And it's a program that touches on 9 topics. It's at our office. And so you can always reach out on Hops Succeed Facebook. We have Instagram, LinkedIn. I'm on there. Tiara's on there. So you can always reach out to us to get a hold of us. Yeah, we have our program every Sunday. It's 2 hours, 4 to 6.
Mm-hmm.
We come in, we have snacks, and we touch on, spiritual guidance, body image, entrepreneurship, financial literacy. We just try to touch on topics to help them grow and be stronger,
Right.
with things that a lot of people don't want to talk about or touch
Right.
on. Not a lot of people do financial literacy.
Right.
And it would have, that's actually something that really needs to be taught in today's world, where, a lot of kids don't even know how to write a check. Not that you're going
Right.
to have to, but.
Well, I was, right, because it's becoming obsolete,
It
right?
is.
I mean,
It's so weird to see, yes.
But you go through the drive-through, and like the other day, I was giving cash with the exact coin
Mm-hmm.
count for our food, and we were supposed to get back like $10. The young lady who was, just a young teenager, she didn't know how to count back the change.
I know.
She was used to just using a card.
Mhm.
So, yeah, it's kind of interesting how that.
It is very interesting to see that. We talk about that all the time, actually, that it's like they don't really know money because
Right.
cards are going to be a thing. So it's just
Right.
interesting. And then, you just got to kind of change with the times. You can't sit back and continue to stay in
Right.
the past. It's obviously changing, it's evolving, and that's just going to be part of our future. So,
Yeah.
and we're always looking at, events we could go to learn, or classes we can take and things just to keep up so that we can be where they're at.
Right.
Because it's changing. It's a different world than when we were teens.
True that.
So-
I still have a 15-year-old at home.
Mm-hmm.
I've got 3 grown children that are in their 30s, and then a 15-year-old. Completely different issues.
Mhm.
Just getting her face away from the phone, that in itself is, you need an intervention
Yes.
for that.
Yes. And we had our Young Girl Summit just in May, and we had 40 girls show up, and I looked around, and they really truly weren't on their phones. We kept them engaged, and it was fun. It was neat. We had a lot of good feedback, so we're going to do another one.
Cool.
And we're excited, but it was so neat to see all these girls. There was about 40, and they all kind of just, I don't know, God was so good in this. And they just kind of clicked, and they had fun, and they were laughing, and they were goofing off, just being a team because they weren't on their phone. It was really neat to
I
have
love
those
that.
moments with them.
Yeah.
So.
And they need those now
Mhm.
more than ever. There's just a whirlwind of chaos going on
Yes.
in the world, especially since COVID. And
Mhm.
so that really caused this cultural shift to happen. And it's like, our girls they can be baffled by that if they don't have strong guidance, someone who is guiding them with confidence and just reassuring them
Yes.
that they're safe and secure. So I love that what you're doing. What are some of the other things that you're doing? You mentioned that you do events for these young ladies. So you've got the Sunday.
We have our our summer program, which is 9 weeks long,
Mhm.
and then we have our Young Girl Summit. This is where we speak on topics, have people speak, and then we also, like this past one, we did yoga. So we kind of taught them how we can calm when you're having a bad day. You can just sit and. So we had a yoga instructor come in. We're 13 to 30, so we kind of break it up. So that's what's neat about Hops Heart Charity. We don't stop at 18.
Right.
Because let's be honest, at 18, you're still not really an adult.
Right.
You really don't know everything that life has to throw at you. Even
Yeah,
though
you don't
think
even
do.
have context
Right.
yet about what's
Yes.
going on in your life.
Right. So, that goes along with college and helping them with all their student loans and filling it out, and then also just how to do laundry or your taxes. Things like that. Just we want to be there for every step from 13 all the way up to meeting your significant other, having kids. We don't want to stop with Hops. You are family. Once you're in, it's like hard to get out. You know, like we're not full, but it's just, we just love so big that once we have you, we just want to love you and your family, and we'll be there. You know, you're getting baptized, we're there. You know, you're struggling and you need someone at 2 a.m., we're there. You know, we're going to come. It's not just surrounded in the 4 walls that we have at our office.
Right.
It's outside of that, you know, getting the community. We have Community Day, July 22nd. And this is a day where we're handing out book bags and school supplies, but we're having vendors come in. And so the community gets to know all the resources there are. Because it's not just us. We're not out here to be the only resource.
Right.
There's so many. You guys have so many good things to offer to women that we don't offer. And that's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
You know, we're not.
I feel like what we do kind of dovetails.
Yes. Yes. Like once they're, 30 and they're kind of out of our program, we shift them off to your program because, it's just they flow in. It's just so, and that's how it should be.
Yeah.
And we're not in competition. You know, everybody belongs.
Yeah.
Everybody has a place. There's many nonprofits out there that do things with young women, and they're doing amazing things. You know, we're not the same though, so we can all just come together, and that's what our community day is about. Coming together as a community, bringing the community in, showing them resources, handing out book bags, having food, just really truly being a community.
Man, that is so rich and authentic, and I know that people, when the word gets out about you've been in operation for about a year now.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, as the word gets out about you, people they're gonna be running to support you and to be involved somehow. Right. So you're a nonprofit. You run by donations and grants and things of that nature.
Yes, and right now it's our own money because grants are hard to come by. And there's just a lot to them, and that's fine. But, God has blessed us and shown up so big. Yeah. When you put God at the forefront and God's hand on it, He's going to do His work.
Right.
And I fully trust that and believe that. And I'm so thankful for His grace and His love on us and Hops. And just moments like this, meeting people like you and being able to work together and just have opportunities is so amazing.
Well, speaking of opportunities, you will have an opportunity to meet Deidre. This is our normal networking circle that we have every month, and so June 20th, which is Tuesday, she will be here to represent her organization, and you can have a chance to learn more about how you can support their organization through volunteering or through financial support. I mean, we know that whether you're a businesswoman trying to get your start or you're a nonprofit trying to get the nonprofit up, it does require funds. And so if you want to learn more about how to support this organization and Deidre and her organization, then we would love for you to be at our VIP circle. So tell us again how people can reach you.
So, again, we have our website, which is www.hops-td.com. You can go on LinkedIn and find myself, Tiara. You can also Instagram, Facebook. Hops Succeed is our Facebook name. And so just reach out anywhere on social media as well. So we look forward to hopefully seeing you on June 20th and hearing from some of you.
Yeah. Thank you, my friend,
Thank
for
you
coming
so much.
today.
It was such a pleasure to be here.
Same here, and I just love your story, and I can't wait for people to find out more about you.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. We appreciate you. We hope you have a great Friday.
Bye.
Bye-bye.